does everyone try to keep defending her?
Well, the cafe's open if you want to mull over the news with a cup of tea.
No, I think that's a bit over the top.
I don't make the news, I just pass it on.
We've lost our church. It's hardly something to glorify.
Talking of glorification.
So you got your picture in the paper?
Oh, well, one does what one can.
I believe you were first on the scene.
Utter rubbish. It was the Reynolds lad that saved the day.
Frankly, I saw this coming.
Constable Reynolds, any news?
Not really.
We must have some idea how things are progressing.
The accident is being investigated.
It was not an accident.
Yes, it was. The fire brigade are making a routine investigation. There's no reason to blame Zoe.
Huh. But she has been locked up.
She's in hospital. She's very ill. I suggest we all try and get on with our lives and keep calm.
Well, I'm not sitting around twiddling my thumbs. The vicar will need all the help he can get.
And who are those for?
Tricia.
It's all right, then.
Oh, I'd forgotten she was coming home today.
I haven't. I've been counting the minutes.
We're late.
You'll have to cope without me today. I need to find Ashley.
Why?
You heard what Edna said. There are things to organise.
That's hardly your responsibility.
Yes, Eric, it is. There's more to being mayoress than polishing your chain. You couldn't have seen this coming.
But I did see it coming. Not like this exactly, but I knew something was going to happen. I mean, you saw how she was.
Yeah, but blaming yourself, it's not going to help us right now, is it?
Sorry, but Joseph wants to know why he's not going to school.
Tell him it's a holiday.
Well, he knows it isn't.
Please, Terry, just deal with it.
Yeah, OK.
Is keeping Joseph off school a really good idea?
I do not want him subjected to playground taunts.
Well, he's going to have to deal with it sometime.
Let's just try and get through today.
The village hall is the obvious solution.
Good. Are you sure you're up to organising all this?
I want to do whatever I can.
You don't look at all well.
Obviously, it's been a terrible shock, but my congregation needs me at a time like this.
Well, what about what you need? The fire's still smouldering. You spent the night in hospital. You need to take care of yourself.
I'm perfectly all right.
Ashley, here you are. Bishop.
Gloria, what are you doing here?
Just to let you know, I'm at your disposal. Any little thing.
That's very kind, but...
How are we going to cope without a church?
We'll be using the village hall in the short term.
There's a lot to organise.
Why don't I set up a working party? Contact the local parishes. I'm sure they'd be keen to help.
Actually, that's my job.
You're still suffering from the effects of the smoke.
That's decided, then. I'll call a meeting, round up some troops, and I'll update you later as to where we're at.
That woman really is the limit.
Ashley, let her get on with it. It's important that the local community feel they have a role to play. We have to consider the long-term implications of the fire.
A new church?
That's one option. Why don't we talk about it further?
Heroic mayor. Hey, Mark, I didn't know Eric Pollard had helped you out.
You didn't?
Hey, you're causing quite a stir in the village.
Am I?
Yeah, my hero.
That was nothing.
Yes, it was. Ashley would have been burnt to a cinder if it weren't for you.
We're really proud of you.
Yeah, we won't be saying that if I end up back inside.
If anything, you should get a medal. I mean, what's breaking a curfew compared to saving lives?
Yeah, well, I hope you're right. I don't want to go back.
They'll have me to deal with if you do.
Oh, yeah?
Hiya. Don't you ever knock?
Oh, he's part of the furniture now.
Yeah, we all know who sits on him.
Cheeky.
That's what I've been missing.
Ignore them. Fancy a cuppa?
No, I'm not stopping. My mum said I've got to round up volunteers.
What for?
I don't know, some church thing, so I said you and Mark could do it.
Oh, thanks.
Well, I'm not doing it on my own.
Hey, it'll give you a chance to bask in your glory.
Yeah, all right then. Right, see you later.
Hiya. Shouldn't you be at work?
Yeah, I should, but Gloria's not in today.
Yeah, I know. She just roped me into helping out at Village Hall. Come and join us if you like.
Can I? She'll know I'm skiving. Anyway, what's been the day with Kirk? He's dead excited.
Yeah, and he's not only one by looks of it.
Oh, I can't believe he's won tomorrow. What do you think I should get him?
Have you sorted that out yet?
I'm going to go shops later.
Well, why don't you chip in for that garage we got him?
I want to get him something nice.
Hey, that garage cost me a fortune.
You know what I mean?
Well, how much have you saved up?
A bit.
Well, he doesn't have to be out fancy.
Oh, it's important. It's his first birthday. I want it to be really special.
Yeah, and it will be. We'll make sure of that, won't we, sweetheart, eh? birthday to you.
I'm only suggesting a few days.
It's very kind of you, but what would I do if I was stuck at home?
I'm not going to win this argument, am I?
Very good. Excuse me. Are you going to visit Zoe?
Of course.
Tell her I'm thinking of her.
Well, there's plenty of room in back if you want to jump in, Ashley.
I can't. I'm in a meeting. Let her know I'll visit as soon as I get the chance. I feel terrible about what's happened.
Maybe you're right to stay away.
I did my best to support her, I assure you.
You were supposed to look after her.
Chris, I really don't need this right now.
Have you spoken to Paddy about visiting?
Paddy's had to go away. He's been under a lot of stress recently. This has been a trying time for all of us.
Well, what am I supposed to tell her? That all her friends have deserted her?
I know how distraught you must be.
You have no idea how I feel.
Who put this table here?
We did.
Well, we need it over there. Remember, we are doing this for Ashley.
Come on, Sin, you work for him. You must know something about fire. You're turning into Betty, you. I'm family, I need to know. Well, then ask Chris. Oh, be like that, then.
Good. We've made a start. Now, I've spoken to the neighbouring parish councils and they've agreed to provide us with everything we need to replace what we've lost in the fire.
Including building a church.
For the time being, we'll store the equipment in here. Cynthia and Lisa, you'll be going to Connelton for prayer books and chalices. Ollie, Danny and Mark, you're with me. We'll be doing Robblesfield. Oh, Edna, better late than never.
What is going on?
Your task is to remain here and make an inventory of everything we bring back.
Excuse me? Who put you in charge?
The bishop. Let's get cracking.
I need a word with you.
Oh?
I want to thank you for what you did last night. You've shown yourself to be a very brave and courageous young man.
You've changed your tune.
I hope that you will be an example to others in the village.
So where's Zoe then?
This way.
Can't help but feel sorry for her.
Why? It's all well and good making excuses, but people are responsible for their own actions.
And then you're certain to sound like Edna Birch.
Edna's not always wrong, you know.
We're back! And before you say anything, yes, the hair did cost a fortune, but worth every penny, believe me. Well, I must say I was expecting more of a welcome than this. I come bearing gifts. What's happened?
This way.
Hey, up here comes Ironside.
How you doing, Deirdre?
She's no virgin.
Visitors for you, Zoe.
Hiya.
Hiya, Zoe. Hey, Ashley sends his love. And so does Paddy. How do we get her attention?
I'm afraid you don't. Not if she doesn't want you to.
Zoe, please say something.
God shall wipe away the tears.
Zoe.
And there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying.
Ta-da! Oh, you've had your hair done.
Oh, never mind that.
We've just been telling Diane about the fire.
Right, yeah. Where's Patricia?
Ah, she's staying with Bernice a bit longer.
Is she?
One of the bar staff fell ill and Trish agreed to cover for her till they find a replacement.
Why didn't she phone me to tell her herself?
She tried. You were never at home.
This is just typical of that girl, you know. She knows where I work. She could have rung me if she'd really wanted to.
She was worried about how you'd react.
Well, so she got you to do a dirty work for her. Well, thanks.
They're paying well over the going rate.
You need all the money you can get to put towards your house.
Absolutely. She's doing it for you. Now, I need to find Ashley. I'll see you lot later.
Come on, cheer up, lad. She'll be back before you know it.
What am I supposed to do in the meantime?
Cook something?
You sure you don't mind?
Of course not.
I'll get the job done, I promise you.
There's no rush.
It's just that, you know, with Diane due back.
Mark, it's fine. Really, fit me when you can. It's not a problem.
Yeah, OK. Thanks. See ya.
Yep. See ya.
What can I get you?
A coffee.
Please.
Just do it.
She's going to be fine.
How can you say that? 4 weeks ago, my sister was in a private clinic receiving what I assumed to be the best psychiatric care money could buy. Now look at her. Somebody should have been able to predict what was going to happen.
It's not that easy. We're not dealing with predictability. Quite the opposite.
Can't you people do your jobs properly?
An accurate diagnosis takes time.
We've had time. She's been disturbed for months. I just want to know what's wrong with her.
I'm afraid we can't tell you that at the moment.
Maybe I should talk to someone higher at the food
Oh,
chain.
come on, Chris.
The person to talk to is our consultant psychiatrist.
Where do we find him?
I'm afraid he's not in today.
Right, so will he be in tomorrow?
Yes. But it might be best if you left it a few days.
What?
Zoe's refusing to take her medication at the moment. That's fairly common. It's a battle of wills. But don't worry, no one gets the better of me for long. I'm confident that by the end of the week, she'll be more stable.
What, are you saying I can't visit my own sister?
Of course not. We have an open door policy. It's entirely your choice. But today was hardly a walk in the park, was it?
Come on, Chris, let's just go away.
Was he helping you with your inquiries?
Who?
Bob the Builder.
You spying on me?
Don't flat yourself, Angela.
Been looking for you.
Well, you found me.
She hassling you?
On the contrary. What do you want?
Are you coming to Kirk's birthday party tomorrow?
Tomorrow's not good for me.
Oh, that's a surprise.
Well, I'm free now.
Well, I'm not. I've got to go into Hotton.
I'll give you a lift.
You all right?
Go on. We'll take the scenic route.
Okay, don't.
Well, you know you can't resist me.
I can today.
OK, then. Later. I'll meet you outside the Woolly, 2 o'clock, yeah? Be there.
We'll see.
Oi, Danny.
What?
You seen your Letitia?
Oh, I'll stud you past you.
No.
Hey, Mum, listen to this.
What?
Our Letitia stood him up.
Yeah, quite right, too. Don't tell me you're losing your touch.
I haven't been stood up.
The important thing is not to worry. I've managed to round up most of what you'll need. Have you got the inventory?
Never mind about that now. Can't you see the poor man's exhausted? You should be tucked up in bed.
I'm fine, really.
What did the bishop say?
Nothing's very certain at the moment.
Ashley, at last!
Gabrielle. My darling. Oh, I'm sorry. There was a moment I thought I'd never see her again.
Don't apologise. Sit down.
The last 24 hours have been a nightmare. Could have been killed in that fire. What would have happened to Gabrielle then?
You weren't. You're fine.
I'm far from that. I've let Zoe down so badly.
Of course you haven't.
She's been sectioned.
That's hardly your fault.
But it is. She was my responsibility, a responsibility I took on because I thought I was the one person who could get through to her, to help her. Oh, what arrogance.
Ashley, don't do this to yourself. You've been through a dreadful ordeal.
But why couldn't I have done anything? Why this?
Come on, you're going home. You and Gabby. I'm not taking no for an answer.
I'll never forgive Zoe Tate for this.
Now, Edna.
She was ripping pages out of the Bible. I saw her with my own eyes. Now, that is unforgivable.
We've got a replacement Bible. No problem is insurmountable.
And what about the kiddies' Noah's Ark? You can't replace that. How are those poor children going to feel when they find out that their display has been destroyed?
Yes, granted.
Yes, well, just stop patting yourself on the back. Zoe Tate has destroyed more than our church. She's damaged everything that it stands for.
I mean, why did I let this happen? She's stuck there in that hospital. It's like she doesn't have any idea I exist. I want to do something. I want to make a difference. She's the only family I have.
You've got me.
What's that supposed to mean?
What?
Well, I know I've got you. I mean flesh and blood.
Chris, please don't let's have a go at each other.
What am I going to tell Joseph?
I don't know.
Kids will have a field day. I'll get a private tutor.
No, Chris, I don't think that's a good idea.
I have to protect him.
Yeah, well, he's going to find out sooner or later, isn't he? Do you think it's best coming from you?
She must have been under a lot of stress.
Stress? That's a modern excuse for everything. My father was shelled by the Germans, but unlike Zoe Tate, he had the decency to keep his misery to himself.
Here, here.
We didn't have counselling or therapy in those days. We coped.
Well, you have to feel sorry for her, don't you?
Who, Edna?
No, Zoe.
The woman has been off her rocker for years. Alcohol abuse. Music blaring out all hours, antisocial behaviour, not to mention the blatant lesbianism.
Lesbianism isn't an illness. Got on well with her, haven't you, Scott?
I hardly know her.
Yes, you do. You chaperoned her to one of Chris's do's, you can't have forgotten.
Oh, who can forget that night? Making a show of herself in the middle of the street, screaming like a banshee. I hope she didn't take advantage of you, Scott.
What?
Well, we've all seen what she's like with a few drinks inside her. Are you sure she didn't take advantage of you?
Mum, why would you be interested in me?
Because you're a fine-looking young man and she hasn't always been a lesbian.
Mum, nothing happened, all right?
Scott's not that desperate.
Exactly.
Oh, thank God they finally locked her up. Let's hope they throw away the key.
She's all heart, your mother. You think I should go and see Charity, see how she's getting on?
I've got to get back to the garage.
What's up with you?
Oh, stop going on.
Yeah?
Good afternoon. Can you tell me, does Letitia Daggett live at this address?
She's not in.
Yeah, I know where she is. I just need to confirm this is her place of residence.
Why? What's happened? I'm her mother. Is she all right?
Your daughter's been arrested.
Oh, what's she done now?
I'll handle this, Danny.
Actually, you've told me all I need to know. Thank you.
Oh, wait! Arrested for what?
I'm not going to tell you.
Give me that.
We always lick the spoon.
How old are you?
Auntie Zoe is in hospital.
Why?
There's been an accident.
Hey, Joseph, she's going to be all right, though.
Yeah, she'll be fine. But you might not see her for a while. So, we all have to be very brave about this.
Yeah, and you're a very brave boy, aren't you? Yeah.
Good lad. Give us a hug.
You're hurt. Terry, he's ready for his tea.
All right, come on, sunshine.
Well, what do I tell him? What do we know?
Come on, Zoe. If you don't start taking your medication, you're going to be stuck in here forever, which is fine by me. Keeps me in a job. But it's not really what you want, is it?
Small dust in all the land of Egypt.
I knew you were going to do that. Feel free to lend a hand.
A boil breaking forth with blains.
My sentiments entirely.
Upon man, upon beast.
We'll try again in the morning, shall we? No hurry.
What's wrong?
The probation officer just phoned.
And?
Oh, Mark.
There's nothing to worry about.
Mark? What, you're not going back inside?
Not according to him, he said it was extenuating circumstances.
Oh, that's great, you lad. Well done.
Yeah, well, I don't think we should make too much about it, not after everything what's happened. But...
Yeah. No. I suppose you're right.
Yes. Oh, that looks nice. Danny?
What now?
What's a birthday?
I'm just not going to notice.
It's all right. I already know what you're going to say. Sure you can squeeze an R in there somewhere? Fine, ignore me then.
If only we could.
Look, will you take him upstairs and what talk to Mum?
Well, maybe Mum don't want to talk to you.
Go on, Danny, there's a good lad.
You're an idiot, you. Do you know that?
You did good with him at the station. Aren't you going to shout at me? What's the point? I've tried shouting, and look where it got us. Oh, please don't do this. I've been stuck in a police station all afternoon. Oh, my heart bleeds for you. Well, I have. Do you want a cup of tea? So whose credit card did you nick this time? It weren't like that. So what? What'd it like? I was just in this shop, getting a few things. I was going to pay for him. You hadn't got any money. So are they going to press charges? No. It's first offence. Got off with a caution. Oh, that's something to be grateful for. Oh, Mum, I had to get him something. It's his birthday. No, you didn't. We got him the garage. That was from you. Well, what does it matter? We're family. How could you be so stupid? Please, Mum, you can't make me feel any worse than I already do. Yeah, well, I'm going to have a damn good try. No! I've had this all afternoon. OK, I was in this shop and I saw the remote control car. I wasn't going to take it, but then I did. But why, though? I don't know. I knew it was wrong. I knew I'd get caught. I don't know why I took it. I can't answer your questions.
So how's Chris taking it? Can't be easy discovering your sister's a mentalist.
Give her a rest, Viv.
At least now I know I'm safe from her clutches.
What are you on about?
Well, I've seen her before now, giving me the eye.
Come on, Viv. Zoe may be trouble, but no one's that desperate.
Apart from Bob.
That's not funny.
Yes, it is. Now go and sit down or you won't get a drink.
Hi.
Quite a crowd in tonight.
There's a lot to gossip about.
Well, isn't there? Evening.
Angie, good to see your son doing something right for a change. Yeah, right. Oi, I'm paying you a compliment.
You'd shut her up.
I've tried.
Are you gorgeous?
Mac!
How you doing? All right.
Notice anything different?
Well, you caught the sun. Oh, yeah, and a new hairdo. Yeah, nice.
I hope you missed me.
Well, did you miss me?
In my own way.
No shitbag romances, I hope.
Nothing to write home about. I've got you a little pressy.
Well, just a little one.
Shall we adjourn to the parlour?
I'm all yours.
Here.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know you are. What are we going to do with you, eh?
I don't know.
You're a grown woman, Letitia. You've got a baby.
It won't happen again, I promise.
Yeah, well, it better not, because I don't know how much more I can cope with. I shouldn't have to. The next time you step out of line, you're on your own. And I am not bluffing.
I know you're not.
Your tea's on the table.